Butch Hartman is a guy who probably never should have had a presence on the internet. If he never did, then all we'd know of him is, hey, it's that guy who made the Fairly Odd Parents. I like that show. Cool. Unfortunately though, Butch Hartman has made quite a name for himself on the internet, and not necessarily in a good way. I mean, where do we start? When he first made his YouTube channel, it was pretty charming, right? The Fairly Odd Parents guy on YouTube drawing cartoon characters and casually talking about his career. Nothing wrong with that. But slowly he started to become pretty arrogant.
Someone who's worked in Hollywood for 30 years and you are gonna take me down? What are you kidding? That's kind of a joke.
Then, O-Axis happened. This was meant to be like, I don't really know honestly, like Netflix for Jesus? Some kind of wholesome network that was family friendly, protecting us from all the sin out there. Which, by the way, Butch, how you gonna talk about making family friendly content when you drew Timmy's mom with all that cake? Oh my gosh, I'm still flustered. Anyway, here are some other Butch Hartman cartoons that weren't good.
Dudley Puppy was a plain old mutt.
In 2010, T.U.F.F. Puppy hit the Nickelodeon airwaves, and personally, I didn't care for it.
I'm living on the edge, Casper! Help!
The show was about a pretty dim-witted but big-hearted spy named Dudley Puppy, who worked for the Turbo Undercover Fighting Force, or T.U.F.F. for short. Oh, I see what you've done here.
Or should I call you the Chameleon?
To be honest, I didn't really hate the show. Dudley himself was voiced by Jerry Trainer, who you may otherwise know as Crazy Steve or Spencer from iCarly.
Hey, Spencer.
Hi. Whoa! I almost didn't recognize you guys not sitting on my couch.
He's a genuinely funny guy. I've rewatched iCarly clips of him, and his comedic delivery can still make me laugh, even as an adult.
How do I turn off the smoke alarm?
Use the pineapple!
And while he is one of the highlights of the show, he's just a little too shouty.
Cramp's gone! 3 days without mom, what am I gonna do? Anything I want!
Butch Hartman has said that he wanted to make a show about crime fighting since his previous work, Danny Phantom, already had superheroes, now relying more on gadgets and spy work. Unfortunately, the cartoon just felt too below average. I mean, just by looking at it, most people would probably think this is just an episode of The Fairly Odd Parents. The art style is the same, the writing and jokes are similar to modern Fairly Odd Parents, which modern Fairly Odd Parents sucks.
That's a thing? It is if I say it!
Shut up!
But despite all the bad things, there was another reason people enjoyed this show.
Hi, guys. I made cookies.
Kitty Furry Bait Catswell.
Maybe we should just walk. Leg's still asleep.
Yeah, people really like her. They really like her. Surprisingly, for some godforsaken reason, this show had 3 seasons spanning over 5 years. 5? Harvey Beaks only lasted 2, and that show was a million times better than this. T.U.F.F. Puppy was not like an onion. It did not have layers. T.U.F.F. Puppy is just dumb dog act excited. I know the cartoon had its fans for one reason or another, but for Butch Hartman's second cartoon, after the impact of the Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom, it was kind of a letdown.
Now go in that race! Why do I smell wet dog?
B-U-N-S-E-N! Bunsen is a beast!
Bunsen is a beast. Yes, and Robert is a sponge. All caught up now? Bunsen is a Beast is a show about a blue monster named Bunsen, who's the first non-human to attend Muckledunk Middle School, which sounds like a racial slur. He then befriends our other main character, Mikey, who's kind of a loser. Together, the duo try to survive middle school, with Mikey doing so to prove a point that humans and monsters can coexist peacefully. That's a really deep message for a cartoon, so points for that. The show came out in 2017, so I didn't really have TV or cable anymore at this point. It lasted 1 season with 26 episodes, and I can totally see why.
Beast yeast! My mom makes it! You gotta get me home!
To be fair, it did look nice. The characters were very bold and the colors really stood out. The conflict of most episodes centered around this evil girl named Amanda who was monster racist and probably frustrated in some way.
The only thing I hate worse than beast is laughter!
Bunsen is a Beast also has its fan base, but unfortunately just couldn't catch on. And not from a lack of trying. I recall seeing so many crossover mini-shorts pop up on YouTube involving the Butch Hartman cinematic universe. Like Bunsen hanging out with the Fairly Odd Parents. Fairly Odd Bunsen was a 1-minute short where Timmy, Cosmo, and Wanda go to Creature Con, some kind of furry convention where they run into Bunsen. It was a nice way to promote the show to newer fans, while having older fans be like, what the heck is that, and what are they doing with Cosmo and Wanda? And since we're on the topic, there was another infamous crossover featuring the BHCU, a freaking Danny Phantom reunion / crossover of all things.
Hey, dog guy, cut it out! Whoa, you have no pants.
Danny and the gang decide to reactivate the ghost portal. When they do this, however, something goes wrong, and instead opens up an interdimensional portal.
And I've never seen anything like it before.
What's up? It's me, Bunsen.
It was super charming seeing all these characters come together, even if I wasn't a fan for like half of them. And yeah, this 2-minute short was better than the entire season of T.U.F.F. Puppy and Bunsen as a Beast combined. That should speak for itself. Which leads us to our final cartoon that I honestly had no idea even existed until I started working on this video. Hobby Kids Adventures!
That parent-teacher conference at the school was very enlightening.
Yeah, but they never let us out for recess or gave us nap time.
An online YouTube series meant for kids. And when I say kids, I mean like baby kids. Those ones. The show follows a family of, I guess, normal kids who got turned into animal creatures. Their names are Hobby Pig, Hobby Frog, and Hobby Bear, along with Hobby Mom and Hobby Dad. Together, they all try to make the world a better place. Vague mission, all while avoiding their enemies, the slobby kids, because they're poor and deserve to be made fun of. To be honest, for what the show is, it's pretty good. I'm not the target audience, so I can't give a fair assessment, but the pacing is nice and the jokes can sometimes be funny.
How dare you! My mother is a genius and a fabulous art critic!
I really like the plots too. You'd expect a show like this to have basic lessons and storylines, like Hobby Bear isn't sharing his ice cream. Sharing is important. But in episode 3, the gang makes what they consider the best internet video ever, but can't think of a title for it.
Oh, we got our first view!
Whoa, we're going viral.
So they go on a quest to find the best YouTube video title ever, which is hilarious, and personally super relatable.
What happened to you?
It's a tragic but true story. No clickbait. I turned 21.
Whoa, you're old!
They go to gamer caves to see what people would click on. This is a good show. I can't believe I'm saying it, but apart from the Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom, this show meant for babies is one of Butch Hartman's best cartoons.
Don't forget to like and subscribe!
Hey, who said that?
Wow. So yeah, that was just a little rundown of Butch Hartman's not-so-excellent cartoons. But hey, who knows? Maybe things will get better when Oaxis comes around. Thanks for watching!